Mark Pires. And it's Renaissance Man.
Looking for another way.
I'm here to ease my mind and help my living. It's Renaissance Man. It's the daily variety show, Mark Pires Renaissance Man. I'm here to connect with you, to amplify your current state. And I'm here with you on day 1,281 in a row of the Renaissance Man show. We're going to get into it just like we do every single night, fam and friends, but it's the 4th of July. It's day 1,281 in a row, and Joanne's wheezing again. You know, I'm here trying to do a 4th of July show, and I got a Wheezy McGee back there, wheezing it out. It's because of the humongocarditis. You know, she had a myocar, but then she got more bugaboos. Dr. Weasel Fauci, go out and get 94 bugaboos. Joanne did it. She's got them. She's doing it. Guys, smack the freaking screen. I've been live 1,281 days in a row. It's the longest running show on planet Earth. I would appreciate it if you spread the freaking word, because YouTube, TikTok, nobody does. They brought you today, so that's great. So spread. Give me the freaking share. Smack the screen. Doing it. Love you. Thank you for that. So guys, when we're doing it, I don't know what we're going to do tonight except maybe play the newest episode of Get to Know America. It is July 4th, 2022, and I am the host of Get to Know America. Right? What's that? Joanne, I know you're wheezing. She goes, I'm wheezing. You know, I'm talking about Get to Know America. She's just reminding everybody about how she's wheezing. You know, it's too much. It's too much. I want everybody to know this because unless you are a subscriber of the show and you show up every day, you'd think there really is a freaking Joanne. There's no Joanne. Okay, I'm just out of my mind, and I'm talking to people left and right. When I did the Wolf of Crypto, I had people all over the place. Yeah, my freaking store, the trader, top trader, you know, I was actually Peter Bishop. But all these things happen. I got 5 feature films on YouTube, 183 songs on Spotify, including this one. Oh, guys, this newest episode of Get to Know America, I'm really excited about. It's at my hometown where I grew up, New Canaan, Connecticut, and it is 27 minutes long, roughly, and I did as much as I could. Like, it's funny, I had a few people from the towns I've covered so far say, you missed this, you missed that. I'm like, dude, I'm filming for like a week, okay? What do you think, I can get everything in the town and make it 25 minutes? I'm making it 25 minutes and as action-packed as possible. I get the first selectman in every episode. I get a couple businesses in there, a couple people from the town, and then we get to the historical society and dig deep. 400 years of history under our feet. I'm blown away by this show. I just can't believe it. I'm so excited to be the creator of it. Something to live for, something to die for, something to die for. Guys, so we're about to get into it. Matt Zabrowski's sitting right next to me, about to woo-hoo us. Matt's not really here, but he's real. Something to live for. Zabrosk, we need a woo-hoo. I'm going to just send it to him. Send it to you, Zabrosk. Right? I was here. You were there. You're like, I'm not getting a woo-hoo. He's lying. He's lying. Came to Renaissance Man show. It says Mr. Live Creation, but it's really Mark Pires Renaissance Man. If you click the YouTube link right below my picture and TikTok, you can join us live on YouTube. And understand one thing. This is live creation, baby. That's why this is called Mr. Live Creation. 1,281 days in a row without a script. We just live in the moment. So if you have any impressions you want me to hear, or you want me to do, you have any songs? I'm not sure about songs. Tonight we're doing this. You got to see the newest episode of Get to Know America. I'm dropping it for everybody. It just premiered at 8 p.m. on the Get to Know America YouTube channel. If you have not subscribed to Get to Know America yet, please do that. Every Sunday, I'll just give you the concept. Every Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, a new town, the people that make it tick, and the 400 years of history under our feet. You don't want to freaking subscribe to that? We've done 5 or 6 episodes so far. Just have to tune into YouTube and subscribe. Ding the bell, all right? I say once a week because it's every Sunday, but now I've got so many new shows that are spurring off of Get to Know America. My newest one, American Conversation. I'm sitting down with the people that I'm meeting in these towns. Like, I met this business owner who came here from another country, started a business, and it's just, this is the type of stuff I want to talk about. I want to get to the bottom of the people who are doing things in this country, get back to the people, the places, and what makes it great. The politicians don't make it great. In fact, they destroy it. So what we need to do is break away from them, get back to the essence of this great nation, the people. I say this often. If we did not talk about politics, you could get along with everybody. We have so many subjects we could connect on, and they force us, they pigeonhole us into this room talking about only 3-4 things, the most controversial things possible, the most divisive subjects possible. And they just leave us there and they say, okay, go to war. There's an old, I don't know if it's a parable, but you got red ants and black ants, you throw them into a jar together. They're good. They are good. They are good. But if you shake up, whoever grabs that freaking jar, shakes the freaking hell out of that jar and then drops it, the red ants go and kill the black ants. The black ants go after the red because they automatically assume that they're provoked by the other color or whatever it is, when the reality it's the freaking a-hole who's shaking the jar. Now, right now, we've been inside the jar for the last 5 years, and both parties grab that jar and freaking shake the hell out of it, and then they drop it, and then they're like,
hate, divide, freedom of speech, let's destroy it, let's cancel this, let's cancel that.
And it becomes this freaking charade. We're living in such a manufactured world. Every single thing you see, you are meant to see, including what you're not meant to find, like this. You're not meant to find shows like this, shows where people actually speak their mind and get to the bottom of what's really going on. Even the human psyche, what's going on within me on a daily basis. That's what this has been for 1,281 days in a row. How I see the world. I may not know everything because I don't look at everything. I haven't watched the freaking fake news, National Enquirer, mainstream media in 1,281 days. I don't watch the negatube. It is where you go to die. I used to watch the TV. I'd come home every day after my long day of real estate, and I'd put my screen down. I got a freaking 120-inch screen with a projector upstairs, guys. I like you, Ashton. You rock. And who's this over here said something about the Trumper? Oh, my goodness. Is that true? Gen X says that Trumper has been found dead at Mar-a-Lago. Is that true? I'm going to have to check because,
are you kidding? I'm here down with Big League. I'm down at Mar-a-Lago. Yeah, no, we're down with Melania and Barron. We're going for a 4th of July celebration. Yeah, no fireworks galore.
I'm certain that's not real. I'm not going to even look, but I do want to say I appreciate you very much. And remember, I'm here every single day of existence. This is 1,281 days in a row of this. And if you could please head over to the YouTube page, which is right under my photo, and just join me there real quick and give me a subscribe and a ding the freaking bell. You know what I'm saying? So the reality is this. I just want you guys to know a few things. We show up here every day, and I don't know what's going on in most of the world. In fact, I'm trying to shield you from the negativity. We have one choice. It's to break away from the lie and step into this moment together. There's only 1 second. Everything else is a lie. What you did yesterday, you can't change. Tomorrow doesn't exist. We are here right now. Let's live in it. Let's do something. Let's create in this moment. Let's make something magical. Let's become one, because that is when we are best. But this is why 1,281 days in a row, it's impossible for people to even find this platform, is because that is what we should be doing. It's what I've been doing for 3 years in a row, every single day for you. And most days I was here for 2+ hours every day. And you can go to YouTube and see it all. It's all there. There hasn't been one bad show. I joke that there's, I think, 3 shows where I didn't like. I didn't like the shows. I think I was crap. I didn't feel it. 3 shows in 1,281. And now, if I go back and I found one of those 3 shows once and I watched it and I was like, it's actually a really good show. I'm too critical of myself, just like we all are. We are so analytical of every little move we make. Have you ever noticed this? This is something I came across because somebody was talking about a pimple. This came up, one of the kids in my family was saying about a pimple, and they saw, oh, look at this. And I said, it looks worse to you than it does to us. When I was a kid, I remember I'd have a pimple and I'd be so scared to go to school, self-conscious about the idea of people seeing me with this big pimple on my face, And I just get nervous about the idea of someone making fun, oh, look at a freaking pimple on Mark's face, And that was real. That was real when you're 16 years old in high school. But the reality is, I'd see my friends, I'd see other people with pimples on their face, and I was like, it doesn't look that bad. Why didn't it look that bad to me? But for me, it seemed like the end of the world. Because we live in our own bubble and we take these emotions and we replay them over and over because it's something from yesterday. It's something from before. Oh, what that person said to me yesterday. What I heard someone say the last time I had a pimple. You're living in the past or you're living in the future. Nobody wants to step into this second and live right now. And that's what the show is it's living in the moment. So I hope you'll give me a follow and you'll smack the screen a few times because I think that helps bring new people in. And what I'd say is this number should be a million. Not because I deserve a million, but anybody who goes live for 1,281 days in a row to bring the world together should have a freaking million people on. My goal is to bring the world together. Don't you guys want to try to get away from the negativity and bring some people together on a positivity platform? All you have to do is hit the screen. Just keep smacking the screen. When you do that, TikTok says, these people like this show. Let me send more people there. The longest running daily variety show on planet Earth, positivity platform. We create songs in the moment and comedy. Just trying to break away from the negativity. Smack the screen. That 3 could become 30, become 3,000, become 3 million. You don't believe? I do. I've been showing up 1,281 days in a row because I don't quit. No matter how hard they beat me down or suppress a positivity and live passion project. This is a self-start project from December 31st, 2018, when I came here and my brother said, you can't go every day. No one wants to see you every day. You know what? He's been right until now. I've been here 1,281 days in a row. It's clear that nobody wants to see me every day. If they did, I'd have a couple million people here on a daily basis, but I have 6. I got 3. Is it because the content sucks? Maybe. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm here so long now. I'm so true. I don't understand anything else. I speak how I feel. I say what is going on in my head, in my heart. And I'm sorry if I hurt someone's feelings when I do so. But I'm here to be everything I'm meant to be and become everything that I was meant to become. And that means speaking my mind. It means becoming in this moment. And I won't stop. In fact, I just want to rev up. Like, it kills me. It kills me when I look and I see people doing nothing to help this planet and have millions of views and followers, and they're doing nothing. They're destroying this planet, and people are following them galore. They're sharing the content left and right. Social media platforms, put it in front of everybody. Here you go. Divide and conquer. But a guy who wants to bring the world together, 1,281 in a row, frig that. No, we can't have that. We can't have anybody thinking different. Being divergent, if that's even a concept. And I don't know. I feel like that's the reality of many people who are fully awake. We cannot go back into a freaking, you can't put me back inside the box. I was never in it, but you can't put me in the box. I'm sorry. There is no box. The box is something that you created in your own mind. The only reality is we're moving in a billion directions at once. And do you want to do that, or do you want to sit still and live in fear? And look, we've lived in fear long enough, you and me both. Now is our time to rise together. It's July 4th, 2022. Aren't you sick of the lies of the world we live in? Aren't you ready to band together finally? And have the minority of voices, because that's the way it seems on social media, truly step out with the majority of the people. It's easy for them to control and say, look, we're only going to make sure 5 people see Mark. We're only going to make sure 7 people know he's live when he has 10,000 subscribers every day. And when he puts a piece of content out, we're not going to let anybody know about that. We'll put it in a freaking garbage can. It's been that way for 3 years. I proved it just 3 weeks ago, if you go back and look. It's amazing when you literally prove something like that, and it's still, nobody sees the content. It's like, why don't I swear? I feel like I should be swearing a lot because of the amount of freaking frustration that's coming from from that suppression of 3+ years of daily showing up with nothing but light coming out for this world. It's, and I don't even know what the benefit is. It's funny. I thought about how I was like, oh, you know what? I do it because I have kids. I don't want them to one day come across my content and see, me dropping F-bombs and saying F and this and you're a D and all this stuff. And I was like, oh, I don't want them to hear that. And then my son's just like a couple weeks ago, it was like a couple words came out of his mouth. I was like, man, I know we all know those words, but like, I never said them in front of my parents, you know? And then I'm like, wait, no, don't do that. Don't talk. But then I'm like, well, it's not like I'm hiding anything from them. And it's an expression, like expressing yourself, expressive words. I say freak, and sometimes this show requires me to say the freaking F-bomb, you know, because when you're getting crapped on and you continue to pretend it's okay, that is when it's on you. So it's been on me for a while, and that's why we switched up the show and we went to this 30-minute concept, which, by the way, we're going to slip past tonight because I'm about to put on the episode of Get to Know America for you from today. But guys, I don't know how this goes. I really don't. I mean, I got to be honest. It's I don't know if it's something that I can continue to do all the things I do, you know? I just don't think it makes sense. To the outside world, to the people who do know I exist, and they're like looking at me laughing, you know, it's been like that for 3+ years. You know that group of people, the ones that you've known since whatever. And they're like, oh, he didn't accomplish it. What's he doing now? He did another feature film. He wrote another album. 183 songs tied with the Beatles. And they laugh at you. And, you know, laughter becomes something different when you don't give up and things click. But the reality is 1,281 days in a row of constant creation, 2,300 pieces of content plus on YouTube. Like, I don't know if I could do it. I think I may just have to. I don't know. I just have this weird thing. Like if I go live and then I'm creating, there is no script. So I'm creating, then I have to keep dropping. And then we're in the same thing where we're going to have 4,000 pieces of content with 8 people watching. And it's, my daughter said it best the other day. She goes, maybe you shouldn't put out another album. You have 183 songs out there that nobody knows about. I'm like, yeah, so true. Let's see. I missed something here. Yes, my brother John. So good to see you. Yes. So it's funny. Yeah, I saw John a while back. He's from Wilton. John, did you see my Get to Know Wilton, Connecticut? Yes, John, I'm going to give you this is the best way to do it. Just send me a Calendly if you want to pick any day. I mean, basically, or just shoot me a message and you can put your email in there and then I'll get in touch with you. Tomorrow or tonight, whatever. That's the best way because that's how you book a time on this show. But I wanted to let John know too. John, I don't know if you saw this. I'm about to play the new Canaan version because it just premiered. But I want you to see because about 3 weeks ago we did Wilton, Connecticut, and it's Get to Know Wilton. I don't know if you saw it yet. Just premiered, but that's from now. Let's see. This is New Canaan, which we're going to play in a second. But let me just show you or give you the link to. And we have 86 subscribers on Get to Know America, and we're getting more views there. This is where I proved everything here. More views for the same content when I drop the same content over on that, 70, 80 subscribers, over 10,400 or 500 subscribers here on the Renaissance Man page. So that was how we proved our suppression here. But you know what the reality is? The real estate show. I don't know if you see this, John. But there's the link right there for the one for Wilton. You're about to see New Canaan, and this is my hometown. You know what? Actually, maybe I'll play Wilton, or at least a piece of Wilton here so you could see this. And then you go live from Texas every Saturday night. That would be awesome. Absolutely, John. I'd love to talk about that, especially with what I've seen the last couple of years here and even the stories I've heard about now where we are, too, with what's happening with this rate hike and inflation and everything. And there's a whole different bag out there in the market this last month. So love to chat about all of that with you for sure. So that one's Wilton, Connecticut. I want you to see that. Okay. If you have a connection, I think you still do in Wilton. I know that's where you live in. Share that with anybody you can. I tried to get it to the Wilton. It's called like the Wilton Times or something like that. It's like this online. Nobody got back to me. I think I reached out to the Patch in Wilton. Nobody got back to me. But I'd love to get people to actually see this video, the Wilton one. And you're about to see the New Canaan one. It just premiered. I need to see this. The reason I need to see this, guys, is because I was at a family. We were at family's for a party for 4th of July, and during the premiere, I wasn't able to really listen and make sure there's no issues. Like I put these things together after a week of filming, and I'm all alone doing everything. I'm creating these shows. I'm here every single day. I'm dropping content for you. I'm selling real estate all day long. That's what I do. I don't make a living for this. I sell real estate every day for the last 1,281 days in a row. And then when I come here every day, it's just a passion project to try to bring this world out of the darkness. And this is the gleam of hope I take from every day I show up, is that the people that have continued to join me on a daily basis are freaking amazing. You guys all know Jerry and Pamela and Jacqueline and Trish Killian. You could go down the list of people who show up here every single day to support this show. And to me, it's the proof that all we need to do is expose this to the planet, and we would have a lot of people coming back. I don't know how many, but we'd have a fair amount of people coming back on a daily basis to hang out with us. And it's the only show on earth that's every freaking day. Like, why would you not throw that in your calendar? There's one show in existence that's live every freaking day. I'm just going to put it in my calendar so I know that every night at 10:30, there's that one show when I'm having the crappiest day and I just want to get away from, and I want to find something live. Every day of existence, 1,281 days in a row. We're just getting freaking started, guys. Don't you know? What are we talking? So this right here, guys, official, the newest episode of Get to Know America. Get to know New Canaan, Connecticut. I hope you enjoy. I hope I did a good job on this one. We'll see. It is another beautiful weekend. We're here in New Canaan, Connecticut. I'm going to flip the camera. It's Mark Pires. And this is Get to Know America.
Get to know America. I'll be with you with a new one every day. From my new place, meeting people on the way. Get to know America.
I'm here at the New Canaan train station. It's just about to take off. Say hi over here to the conductor. So it looks like the next time the train comes back is at 2:19, and we're not going to stick around for that. We're actually going to settle in a little bit here in New Canaan and go check out a few things. So, you guys ready for a journey? Let's go into downtown. We're going to head down the road here on Elm Street. This is a one-way road, tons of boutique shops, restaurants, and we're going to see if we can get a few people on with us to talk about what makes New Canaan so amazing. So, you guys ready? In New Canaan, it's all about atmosphere. As you see over my shoulder, cutest restaurants, boutique shops. You kind of get it all here in New Canaan. And we're working our way through. We're going to make our way up the road. Shooting a show called Get to Know America.
Really?
Yep.
It's about America, or what is
The concept of the show is I go into a new town each Sunday and I meet with some people, talk about the people that run the town. I met with Kevin Moynihan yesterday.
Oh, okay.
And then I go into the Historical Society and I dig into the 300-400 years of history that nobody talks about under our feet.
Wow.
So I've done Fairfield, Wilton, Ridgefield, and I hope you'll subscribe. It's called Get to Know America on YouTube.
Definitely.
We have so many more things in common than we do to divide over.
Yeah.
And when I was a kid, my parents used to say things like, don't talk about religion, politics, or money when you go on a date.
Mine told me the same thing, yeah.
And I'm like, well, 2022, the cocktail party of life, social media, Facebook, TikTok, all we're talking about is politics, religion, and money. Guys, I'm here with James in downtown New Canaan, Connecticut, and we're talking about what makes New Canaan so great. So could you tell us a few things?
Yeah, I guess it makes New Canaan great. I like it. I mean, small town, everybody knows each other, and you barber shop, you go to the store, you say hi to like 10 people.
Yeah, it's very much like a family environment here for sure. Now, how long have you worked at Franco's?
I've been there. This is my 4th summer.
They've been there. How long has that Franco's been there?
So Franco's been there since 1933, and it's the oldest liquor store in the state of Connecticut.
Oldest?
Opened the day of repeal.
Guys, we are a show about the history of these small towns. We got to get them on. Can we? Do you think you can get them on the air with me?
I can. You want to come? Stevie's there.
That's awesome. I'll walk over with you.
Dave, is Carl on? No? When do you want to get back?
Oh, he's coming back later?
Yeah.
How you doing? I'm doing a show called Get to Know America, and he was nice enough to give me a few words about the town. I know you've been here for a while.
Well, I don't live here, but I've been working here.
Yeah. I wonder if we can't get him on it, would you or somebody else in the store want to say a few words about New Canaan?
Carl would,
But he's not around right now. What time is it right now? It's like 3 o'clock? Oh, so he's coming back soon.
Yeah. You swing,
Oh,
swing by
you know,
back
yeah,
and-
I'm going to take a walk down.
Yeah.
Hey, brother, I appreciate your words. Very, very kind of you, okay?
Yeah.
And I'll be back.
Definitely keep laughing. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so
Yeah.
much. I'm going to shoot this off right at this guy here. This is a real cannon right here in New Canaan, Connecticut. I'm here in front of the town hall. I'm about to meet with the first selectman, Kevin Moynihan. Talk a little bit about New Canaan. See if we can read a little bit before he arrives. New Canaan. This region was established in 1731 as Canaan Parish, a separate ecclesiastical society of the Congregational Churches of Norwalk and Stamford. Incorporated as a town in 1801, New Canaan encompassed the area of Canaan Parish with additional land annexed on the southern and western boundaries. During the early 19th century, New Canaan was one of the important shoemaking centers of New England. In the latter half of the 19th century, considerable numbers of summer residents were attracted here. Many of their descendants made the town their home, helping to create the residential community that New Canaan remains. There he is.
On a shady spot.
How are you? Good to see you. Guys, I'm here in New Canaan, Connecticut with Kevin Moynihan. He is the first selectman here in town. This is Get to Know America, and we want to know a little bit more about New Canaan, Connecticut. What makes it the next station to heaven?
Well, it is the last stop on the train station, Grand Central Terminal. So I rode the train for 29 years. It's a great bedroom community of Manhattan.
When we say next station to heaven, it's because people want to get as close to heaven as possible. They want to have that getaway.
It started as a getaway. You know, a lot of the homes up on Owen Bridge and stuff were summer places for people, like people had gone out to Newport, Rhode Island and things. So, you know, the town really was a very small town with people who came out from Manhattan for the summer. And then, obviously, after the war, it blossomed with the number of companies that came out to be in the suburbs. So the IBMers and the big companies in Stanford and GE, et cetera, who, you know, so we've become more than just a bedroom community to Manhattan.
Yeah.
And but it's a great place to live. People, once they're here, they love it. It's very hard to leave New Canaan once you're here.
You know, it's one of those things. I find that people go, but they come back, right? We come back home eventually, and I think it's because it's a great place to raise your family.
It is.
You know?
It is. You know, we're very fortunate. As I said, I've been here 41 years, and I would find it hard to leave, especially when I have 5 grandchildren in Greenwich.
This is why I started the show. I started the show because as a realtor, I see things are going to change. And yeah, we may have had 500 houses to trade in the last 2 years in New Canaan, but we're going back to pre-pandemic numbers. In general, people do love this area once they get here. They needed to find a reason to leave the city, right? I mean, people always
absolutely.
wanted to be down
Well,
there.
you know, they said the millennials really were you know, years away. They were holding back.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't want to buy things. They wanted to rent things. But all of a sudden that changed like a flash.
That's the positive.
I haven't been back in Manhattan in 3 years.
Really?
Almost 3 years. I used to enjoy going there. You know, so I hate to say it, but you know, I don't miss Manhattan. I worked there for 29 years.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but I don't miss much about Manhattan. I just have not a great desire to go back in. I feel better now at 72 than I did when I retired at 59.
Interesting.
It's amazing. You know, that lifestyle on the train really is a drag.
Yeah, I've heard that, you know, in general, most people are still focused on that success is about money. When at the end of the day, it's about finding the smile that leads you to tomorrow.
Right.
And sure, you need enough money to get there, but hopefully you're not focused so much that you forget to live and enjoy.
That's right.
Well, Kevin, it's been a pleasure to meet you. I can't wait to film the fucking encounter. Hello. How are you, ladies?
I'm Greta, by the way.
Greta, Mark Pires, pleasure
Nice
to meet you.
Who are you about to shoot?
So I finished meeting with the first selectman. This is Get to Know America. I'm here with Greta. Greta's the owner of, what's the name of your salon?
Salon G.
Salon G. We're right here in downtown New Canaan. And can you tell us a little bit about your journey because this is your 4th day open, correct?
So I mean, the journey was not easy.
It wasn't.
No.
Did the town make it difficult?
No, the town's been pretty great. I think it was just, you know, like
The
a lot
process.
of the process of going through everything and just getting here. But I'm happy that I'm here. I mean, I'm pretty proud of myself for being here and meeting you.
Well, you know, this show's about everything America. So in general, people starting new businesses, entrepreneur, that's really the essence of this show, is doing something that you're breaking out of the shell and creating something of your own.
Yeah.
I think what we need to do is get back to what makes this country so great, the people.
Yeah.
And we've gotten divided because of the media. And I think if we can get back to what's important, which is business and families and the places that we live.
Yeah.
So that's why the show exists. Why did you pick New Canaan for a business?
Well, I've worked in New Canaan for the last 8 years.
Okay.
I've always worked on Main Street, and I've been able to build a really great clientele here. And I thought, the next step is starting this process. Going out on my own and starting my own business.
Any advice you can give any entrepreneurs out there who may be watching the show?
Just do it, because starting the process and going through everything, like even just filling out the paperwork and the construction and dealing with contractors and all of that, it can be a little stressful.
Yeah.
But being in this moment, is so worth it. You know what I mean? And like I said, it's literally day 4.
4 days in,
Yeah.
but you're actually experiencing something you've never experienced it before, which is putting yourself on the line, being vulnerable.
It's pretty powerful.
It is.
It feels powerful to be in this moment. You know what I mean? Because like you said, the world is obviously everything that's happening out there, but you're in your own world. And I created this, I did this on my own, and that itself is powerful to me.
Manifesting in a way.
Yeah. I always dreamt about this moment and doing it and being able to do it. But it's a little scary when you think about it, because like I said, there's so many steps that
It's a lot of moving parts.
Yeah.
That's what it is. You have other lives that are involved.
You want it to be successful, and you want it to be maybe a movement.
Well, you know what? That's what we need right now. That's what Get to Know America is, the Renaissance Man show. They're all movements to affect real change.
Yeah.
Actually, the motto of my show is to affect a positive change one person at a time. And
I like
yours should
that.
be that too.
You have all that stuff that I could look up.
Yeah, I got a card. I forgot to grab it because I didn't know I was going to meet you.
You didn't know that you were going to end up
No, I was
here?
like, I'm going to do a quick shot and I'm going to get on the road and get up to Weston. No, but this is amazing. It's such a pleasure to meet you, Greta.
Nice to
And,
meet
and
you.
we wish you, especially here at Get to Know America, we wish you so much luck starting your own business here. This is the country where people come in order to do something of
Well,
their
that's
own.
what I did.
Where did you come from?
Here.
Where were you born?
I was born in Albania.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
When did you move here?
I moved to the States when I was 9.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
you,
I am living the American dream.
you are living the American dream. This is Get to Know America. This is somebody who really is experiencing America for all it is. No, it's wonderful to, what this, another concept I have for Get to Know America is not necessarily about the towns, but it's something called American Conversations, where I'm sitting down with people like you and talking about that experience of coming here and starting fresh and where you are now, 4 days in, your own business here, living the American dream. That's basically a perfect scenario for American Conversations. Greta, it's such a pleasure to meet you. American Conversations, we're coming back to meet you. Guys, Get to Know America. We'll be off to next. See if I can get Franco's on for one little chat.
I'll be with a new one every day.
Any luck?
Praise
No.
people on the
I got so much content. I think I'll just use what you gave me, We're about to wrap up here at downtown New Canaan. We're in front of my office. This is Berkshire Hathaway. I'm a real estate agent by day, so this is just a shameless plug. If you ever need any assistance in Connecticut or New York, make sure you reach out to me. And if you need assistance anywhere else, I could help you. And it costs you nothing, by the way. So make sure you DM me below, and let's get going. We have more to see. So I'm here at the New Canaan Historical Society, and we're running out of time. So let's see if we can get somebody on the air with us, talk about some of the great details, some of the great history here in New Canaan, Connecticut. Hi, how are you? My name is Mark Pires. I'm the host of a show called Get to Know America. And it's amazing the stuff I'm uncovering, just right under our feet.
Yeah, sure. There's a lot.
I'm finding enthusiasm for American history I never had before, just because I'm starting to do this show.
Right.
And every time I come across something, I'm like, wow, that took place.
Wild, yeah.
So would you want to be on, or somebody else, do you think?
Yeah, I could be
Michael Murphy.
Michael Murphy, Mark Pires. It's a pleasure
Nice
to
to
meet
meet
you.
you.
So this is Get to Know America.
Mhm.
And as I said, I'm going town by town, just learning about some of the history that we don't know about, but has been here for hundreds of years.
Mhm.
So anything that just strikes you as something I should know about, or maybe the people would love to hear about for New Canaan?
Well, the one thing about New Canaan that makes it very unique is that it wasn't founded as a town until 1801, which is very, very late for this area. The first store that was actually put on Main Street was built in 1804. It was a general store.
Really?
It's still there.
Is it really?
Yeah. The second store on the street was built directly next to it. And really the only difference between the two is that which party you belong to. If you belong to one party, you went to one store. If you went to the other one, if you belonged to the other one, you went to the other store.
So we were divided even back then, people.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad to see, like it's never changed. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. There's always something going on.
So as far as it goes, the people in this town, is there any historical figures that spent time here or that lived in New Canaan?
There's Anthony Comstock, who was actually born here. He was a moralist post-Civil War in the 1880s in New York City. And he was from the Comstock family that lived here in New Canaan.
Okay.
He was in the Civil War. Then he went into New York City. He was a postmaster and head of his vice committee. And he only really came back once or twice. He actually came back and stayed in the Hanford-Silliman house. He gave the family a Bible that we still have in our collection.
Oh, wow.
And I believe he almost started a riot.
He almost started a riot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he was a very inflammatory character.
We're getting all the good stuff here today, guys. So anything cool that you could show us, artifacts you think would be pretty neat to see?
We have here what remains of the Cody Drug Store, which was a pharmacy that was founded in 1850 and closed in the 60s, I believe 65, 64. And when the building was torn down, we saved as much as the interior as we could and built an extension. So we could go into there and I could show you that. That has a lot.
That's amazing. Let's do that.
Yeah. So the two really big things in this collection are the glass bottles and then some of the medicines that are in the cabinet over there. So these glass bottles are original to the drugstore. So they're from the 1850s. Apparently they stopped making this type of bottle sometime in the 1850s. So they have the original contents in them. They were used. And the labels are hand-painted curved glass that's then glued to the bottle.
So everything that's in there is original to when you picked this up in the 1960s?
Yes.
Did you ever just sit around and Google all the names of this stuff?
No, I haven't. A lot of them are shortened Latin names.
Oh, really?
So I got no idea what's in some of these. That's grape wine.
Like Firmer, so there's some random stuff there.
I don't know.
Hair oil.
Some of the stuff you do know, there's zinc, something over there. There's verdigris, which is the green stuff that happens to copper when it oxidizes. Some form of chloroform there, I believe.
No way.
Yeah, on the top shelf on the end.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The other medicines in this cabinet over here and over there. So you'll see stuff like this liver cure and this heart remedy and stuff like that. That's all snake oil. Yeah.
Oh, that's all snake oil salesman stuff?
So you have Lydia Pinkham's tablets and things like that. So these were all
this is all deceptive marketing practices.
Yeah, so it was alcohol mixed with opium, cocaine, food coloring.
Wow.
God knows what. Make you feel something, but not cure.
It's not doing anything to help you.
Yeah.
Dyspepsia, liver cure.
So when the Clean Food and Drug Act, I believe, was passed, medicines had to prove they actually did something. They had to actually prove they did what they claimed it did, and so that got rid of the snake oil.
At that point, it was able to clear everybody out. So they're all full too. These are all basically as if they were
kept in these cabinets as displays, or just kept in boxes in the back. Apparently, pretty rare. It's something that you don't see.
This much, right?
Much, or really any of this, because it was
all just.
They were told it was poison and not going to help you in any way, and you couldn't really sell it to anyone because people knew it was not doing anything.
I can't get over this type of. This is the stuff I get. I don't know why I'm so intrigued by this now. Where it's been here. I've been a real estate agent in New Canaan for 15 years, 14 years. I never walked in here. I lived here my whole life growing up. Never came into the historical society.
Well, we honestly get that a lot.
It's amazing what happened right under my feet, So this is just now evolving into something that I think is like a traveling / history show.
Right. Okay.
And you're going to be a big part of New Canaan's episode, my brother. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to show me?
Well, we also have a wedding dress show going on right now.
Oh, really?
Bring you up there.
Yeah, sure.
Everything you see here is from our collection.
And so these are original to the town.
In some way, there's some connection. Some of them are sort of this is my grandma's dress. She got married in Chicago.
Oh, I lived here.
Now. Yeah.
This is unreal.
So this is the Silliman wedding dress. So she actually got married in the Hanford-Silliman house, Ethel Silliman, I believe.
Yeah.
And those are pictures of the parlor there.
She was a mini, huh?
Yeah. A lot of these really early dresses they're very, very small. All these ones with this sort of padding, these are all new mannequins that we had to buy that are actually adolescent mannequins because they were so small.
Wow. Yeah, she looks small, but then is this her here?
Yeah, that's her there.
Oh, so she wasn't that small.
I think everyone in that picture is small.
Oh,
and
okay.
It's also a colonial house, so the ceilings are short.
This is like literally a little child, like 1 month,
Yes.
2 months old. No, I'm just kidding. Based on the size. Guys, it's Michael Murphy here at the New Canaan Historical Society. And this is Get to Know America. Outside the New Canaan Museum Historical Society. That was an awesome meeting with Michael. To hear about New Canaan, learn a little bit about the history. And right over my shoulder, there's a few old buildings we're going to take a look at. Let's just go see what's up there. 1799. I'm here at the Silliman House. This is a house built before the incorporation of New Canaan. There's a plaque around the side. Let's go take a look and see what it says. The Hanford Silliman House. Stephen Hanford, a weaver and tavern keeper, built this home between 1761 and 1764. He lived here with his family until he died at the age of 47. Hanford's second wife, Sarah, eventually sold the house to Elisha Leeds, and in 1788, Leeds' daughter Martha and her husband, Dr. Joseph Silliman, moved in. A new long chapter of the home's history had begun. 3 generations of Sillimans would live here over the next 126 years. The New Canaan Museum and Historical Society acquired the property in 1957, ensuring that the estate would remain where it had always been. We've got a few more structures here. Let's go see what we got. This is Rogers' studio. Sculptor John Rogers was one of the most popular artists in U.S. history. His specialty was what he called groups. Small sculptures of people interacting with each other. Because they were small and made of plaster, the groups were relatively low cost and therefore within the reach of middle-class budgets. Their subject matter also appealed to middle-class sentiment, vignettes from everyday life and scenes from the Civil War. Rogers lived and worked in New York City for most of his career, but began spending weekends and vacations in New Canaan in 1868. In 1877, he decided to put down permanent roots in the town, buying property and building a home and studio. He retired to New Canaan in 1893 and died here in 1904. The New Canaan Museum and Historical Society acquired his studio in 1964. This is Get to Know America. I'm at the Silvermine Arts Center, located here in Silvermine, New Canaan, Connecticut. And in service since 1922, the Arts Center provides experiences for artists and for connoisseurs of art. Now, I'm not really sure who's in charge of maintenance over here at the Arts Center, but this could be a great episode for American Renovation, you know? Walking around the property, looking at what needs to be done here, get a quote for him, just thinking out loud. Silvermine Arts Center, the School of Art, provides an art experience for students of all ages. So feel free to come on down and sign up. Let them know Get to Know America sent you. So the Arts Center wouldn't be complete without a gallery to showcase all of the amazing pieces. This is quite a campus here at Silvermine Arts Center. See the School of Art. Derek Woolman, Chi Lens 2011, Concrete and Marble. This work is from the Duolith series, which has been developing for many years. The characteristic of this series is the idea of a composition in which there's the sense that this piece is ancient and it was made by an advanced civilization. Not a bad place to be here in New Canaan, Connecticut. Let's keep moving. We got a lot to see. This is Waveney Park. 250 acres here in New Canaan for the community. And in just a few days' time, every soul in town and all of their friends will be here to watch the fireworks display. I did a play here at the Powerhouse Theater when I was maybe 19. Here's the Carriage Barn Arts Center. Wednesday through Saturday, 10 to 3 p.m. So it just closed. I'm going to see if I can shoot a little bit just from the front patio here. So we're here at Waveney Park still, and this is the Arts Center, the Carriage Barn Arts Center. And I'm standing here with a piece by James Tyler called Brickhead Truth. And, what? Oh, I'm sorry. What's that? Oh. He says he only has the truth to share. Just giving a little secret here, He needs to know that we're here doing the same thing, same mission. So this is the Carriage Barn Arts Center, and they have new artists here all the time. It's currently closed, but it's set behind these carriage doors. Again, Carriage Barn. Look at the stonework on this building. It's absolutely stunning. So, what else can we find in New Canaan, Connecticut? You guys ready? This is it right here. Let's see what we got. Grace Farms. Hello. How's it going? Good. How you doing? Good. Thank you. Did I hit the curb? I may have. How you doing? I'm good. How are you? Good. Have you been here before? Yeah, this is my second time actually. Awesome. Thank you so much. You too. All right, guys, we're gonna make our way down to Grace Farms. We're gonna shoot as much footage as we can. All right, here we go. You guys ready? Yeah, here at Grace Farms, you have total peace at your disposal. This structure here is world-renowned. I'm going to bring you up so you can see just a little closer how it wraps down the hill serpentine to a bottom lobby common area. This is really a special place here in New Canaan, Connecticut. Let's keep going. They have this overhang that carries the entire span from the top of the hill down to the bottom. And like a snake, it covers you as you walk from building to building. We're going to keep making our way up. This is the library section here of Grace Farms. So you have a library as one of the buildings, and then up there at the top, that is what I really want to get into. Hello again. I'm good. How you doing? Do you remember I met you about a month or so ago? So I came in, and it was such a good episode. It's up on YouTube. And I was hoping to just do that one shot I did last time right here just to show the scene.
Oh, okay. Did Santana approve it?
She's not here, but I spoke to someone. He said, don't approach anybody, which I haven't. I'm done with the whole place. I'm just going to do this and then do a little thing on the mound like last time and then go. I'll be out everybody's hair. So I'll just stay out of the way. I'll do it over there and just say something quickly. Thank you so much. So we're here at the Sanctuary Grace Farms, and what a space. Absolutely phenomenal. The structure, the equipment. Oh, I'd love to hear a concert here or even visit a service on Sunday morning. So make sure you stop in next time you're here in New Canaan. Oh, it looks like we did it again. New Canaan, Connecticut, the latest entry here on Get to Know America. Remember, if you have a town or a business you'd like featured on Get to Know America, shoot me a DM below, getknowamerica@gmail.com, and make sure you subscribe and hit all the notifications on. And we'll see you next Sunday on the next Get to Know America. Get to know America. Get to know America. There you have it, fam and friends. The newest episode of Get to Know America. Hope you enjoyed it. We are officially at 48 minutes. And you know how I feel about going past an hour these days. Just can't dat. Can't dat. What we need to do is smash that freaking like. Drop the freaking share button into your, hit it with your elbow. You don't even have to do it with your thumb. Hit it with your elbow. I'm sharing it with my elbow. And once it goes, you can feel good about it, that you got it to share with your elbow. Everybody else start doing it with their finger or their thumb. It's so stupid, right? Okay, you do it with your finger or your thumb. I'm elbowing it. Elbowing the freaking hell out of the share button. TikToking it. Got the fam and friends over here on TikTok as well. Guys, we're double-deckering. TikTok, YouTube it to TikTok to ticket. What's that, Joanne? No, stop wheezing. She's always wheezing in the back, Pamela's in the chat. She said, freaking Joanne. I'm sure it's in here somewhere. Yep, there we go. I do want to say hi to my family and friends that are kicking it with me. Hold on, Mom. We're talking about Texas Lady and Trish Kellyanne and Yardbirds. And over here on the talker, let me say real quick, I want to say hi. Julie, how are you? So good to see you. So Awesome to see Julie. Let's see who else. Mr. Breezy, you rock, my friend. I appreciate your comment. I did send you a little note back. I don't know how to do that when I'm TikTok because I'm here. I'm doing the show on the YouTube as well, so I can't like send notes. But when we were in the middle of doing the episode there of Get to Know America, New Canaan, Connecticut style, I was able to lock in and do one of those things, you know. What's that, Joanne? No, Joanne, you can't help. And yeah, the wheeze is annoying. She said, is it like not that annoying tonight? So freaking annoying. Right? Green John, my brother. I appreciate you very much. Looking forward to seeing you and having a chat. Hopefully having a chat with you. I'm not sure if we'll see you. You know, we're like living in the same area, essentially. I work in New Canaan. John lives in Wilton, right next door. I did Get to Know Wilton, Connecticut. I was going to play it for you, but we are at 50 minutes. And tomorrow we do it all over again. So I'm going to prepare so I can dominate the real estate business tomorrow. Like, you know, so everybody have a lead? Joanne, you want to buy a house? No, Joanne, there's no house that can handle the wheeze. She said, do you think the neighbors would mind? I think we're going to have an issue there, you know? She's trying to, you know, just live. People can't sleep within a quarter-mile perimeter. Yeah, that's not good. Not good. Guys, 4th of July, it is. Happy 4th of July to ya. I hope you guys did something special. I know that mostly fireworks for everybody yesterday, and then today was hopefully family. At least that's what it was for us. And I do wish this nation the best. We do need some serious truth from those above, and we're not getting it, so I hope we will get it. I will say that the real estate market, I'm ready to go. So you shoot me a lead, I'm freaking rocking and rolling on it, okay? Buyer, seller, whatever the freak, you know what I mean? I'm down it. And remember, guys, there is more content than I don't even know that a small country can create, potentially. Potentially. I don't know. Again, that's more subjective. Well, it's all subjective. No matter what you do in life, it's subjective. Unless it's got some sort of, you know, hey, I went to study in a book and this is what I got. And then you're doing it. But when you're creating something and you are in the moment doing it, it's all subjective. I live in the subjective. All right. And to me, I am living for my truth to be exposed. I have no interest in hiding behind anything except for the opportunity to be myself. And hopefully within that, you guys have a laugh or two. We jam a little bit. We get a couple episodes to Get to Know America. You know what I mean? Doing it. Smack that screen, guys. Remember, if you give me a follow, you're going to heaven. That's like God said that. You saw it. He came in earlier. He said, people who follow Mark are going to heaven. I know. Look, when you've been doing it for 1,281 days in a row and God says he's going to give you a pass for just, you know, subscribing to the longest running variety show on planet Earth, do I sub or not? It's up to you, really. You know, sometimes you're wondering, what do I have to do? Do I have to put the time in? Do I have to, like, you know, a kindness? Maybe I have to give tithing. No. Just have to subscribe to the Renaissance Man Show after 1,281 days in a row. You got a first class ticket. Golden Pass, you know, you were there doing the American Idol, singing, and freaking Simon Cowell came out, give you the golden ticket. You're going to Hollywood. You were that good. You got the golden ticket from freaking Simon Cowell. Of course, you were a juggling act, which is weird. Guys, tomorrow, Pamela, you missed it. Called you out earlier. I thought you had left a comment about how Joanne was wheezing really loud. And you were saying, freaking Joanne. But Pamela just got here. I think I was just maybe hearing her. She was just knowing what she was getting yet when she came here. You hear it. Ready? Look, I'm shutting off the music. Listen to that wheeze. Right? So loud. When you're here and you're in the middle of trying to just have a thought and the wheeze is overcoming, like, do you hear? Look, as a celebrity impressionist, I could do Joanne's wheeze pretty, you know, dead on. You tell me if this is like as close to what you just heard. Right? Just exactly like dead on, right? What's that? No, Joanne. She says that's 7 out of 10. I would say that was 9 out of 10. That was pretty freaking close on that one. She's always trying to make me look bad. She can't have it. So, fam and friends, being John, Sydney, my brother, Nick AM, Pamela Swan, Texas Lady, Trish Killian. Oh, you know what? Hold on a second, guys. I have to play you one more thing. Hold on. I gotta play you something real quick, okay? This has to happen because this song, last I checked, had like 31 views. I just dropped it yesterday. It's called The World's Gone Crazy. It's only 3 minutes long, and we still have a few minutes here, so I'm playing it for you. I hope B and John can stick around for it. My brother, I hope he sticks around for this because the world needs to hear these songs. 183 songs on Spotify. We are dropping the next album within the next week, and I will officially, I think, be in uncharted territory at that point. We'll see. But it's very uncharted territory because no one knows it exists. It would be something if, like, it was out there and it'd be like, oh, I can't wait for the next Mark Pires. I'm freaking dropping it anyway. So check this out. This song right here, you tell me if this shouldn't have a couple million views already and listens, okay? Let's see how many we have. Okay, we're going to pop it on the screen and get a laugh. And then when you listen to the song, you tell me if I'm crazy or if freaking YouTube is crazy. Ready? Right there. That's the link. Guys, if you've not passed that link through to everybody you know by now, I don't know what to tell you. And you may after you hear it. Here we go.
Let this soft mineral melt in
That's
your
not the
mouth to
song.
rebuild teeth and gums overnight.
You know? Here we go.
Anybody struggling with
The parade is over, yeah. Everyone retiring, going home before midnight, yeah. Oh, I can't find a smile anywhere. Everywhere I look, I swear it's only hatred and division. Anywhere I'm speaking, yeah, I'm only getting it from you. And I've been feeling down on myself when I'm in the room with you. And I'm hoping you got a space in your heart, but you don't seem to have any kindness left. Yeah, you just left it at the door and you didn't look back. It's like the world's gone crazy. It's like the world's gone crazy. Up is down, yeah, left is right. Yeah, bizarre world every night. Oh, and I don't know if I can ever come back to center. Yeah, 'cause it's like it's a relentless event over and over again. Yeah, and I'm stuck in the tailwind. And I spend, yeah, I can't ever get out of it. No, you can get away. It's like the world's gone crazy. It's like the world's gone crazy. But the blues, yeah, you can get through anything, I swear it. Let yourself feel everything that's happening to you. It's like the world's gone crazy. 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 It's like the world's gone crazy.
Oh, birds of a feather, shall we? Why not? This is also going on the next album. Guys, check this. Coming out next week. If you have not subscribed or followed Mark Pires on Spotify yet, or picked up the 183 songs that are on iTunes currently, head over and do it. Why isn't this playing, Joanne? Yeah, we know. That's exactly what you sound like. I don't need you to do it right in the microphone. She came over. You done it. What did we do? Okay, I guess that's not working. Is that what we have going down over here? Fine. You know, you give Joanne an inch and she takes a mile, you know. Wheezing the whole way. It's terrible. JP just saying in the house. Guys, we're down here. Hammerlin Jameson. It's 4th of July and I'm friggin' smashed. I had some Jameson tonight, 5 bottles. Just had a freaking buzz. Ready to get down and grab myself a couple kegs of Jameson. And when you've got the Jameson, you're doing well. You know, it's a family tradition to have a Jameson distillery. Can we do it today, Joanne? When you show up wheezing, you know, we're here trying to get through it. Seeing if we can find a freaking, you know, like extra. You got me here scrounging. Trying to find a way to do it, Joanne. Trying to find a way to do it. Hammerlin Jameson wants to make an appearance, and you're just being very Joanne, you know? That's not even the good one. This is their good one. I got a few here, guys. Don't go anywhere. I know. Now we're past an hour. I know. I wasn't supposed to do it, but we're down it. Sometimes you're in the middle of an idea and it spurs into action and you remember, oh yeah, I have a crazy character I created named Hammerlin Jameson who's got a bit of an alcohol issue because he's a newscaster, channels Ava News. And when, you know, he got the gig and then he's there plastered, falling asleep on camera, Joanne, can you freaking take off the tape when you're doing it so like it sticks? Joanne, you know, she's no good, no matter what you say. And I say a lot. Now, Joanne, I know I usually put on the mustache when no one's looking, so then they think that Hammerlin is somebody different. I don't freaking care anymore, okay? None of it matters. Nobody freaking sees my content anyway. So we're doing it. We're just freaking doing it like right now, live in the freaking moment. I'm putting on the mustache. It's not working, Joanne. Maybe I should use the mirror like I usually do. Hammerlin Jameson! I'm here on the 4th of July. Joanne, the whiskers are giving me a tickle-a-roo. How about nostrils? Can we put on my theme music, please, Joanne? It's Hammerlin Jameson! And it's hammer time! That's right. Look, I'm here every single night on the Red Rock program to rip the freak moves. That's right, it's hammer time. A little ham, jam, bam, thank you, man. That's right, people. That's hammer jam. On Hammerlin Jameson! It's freaking 4th of July. I'm here had a couple bottles of Jameson. And we got a news story of the day. Joanne's wheezes as loud as ever. I went to a party tonight, Joanne, and I had a couple, you know when people are doing like the beer, they crack it and do shotgun? I was shotgunning Jameson. A shotgun and a keg barrel of Jameson to the head. And I fell on the ground speaking German. Yeah. I woke up in a daze in a pool of my own vomit. Hammer, jammer, bammer, whammer, dropping the hammer and ripping the lid off the fake news. I'm here. It's been a long time. My mustache is sideways. Kind of like my personality. How's that, Joanne? Joanne, give me a friggin' bottle of Jameson. On the double. I only drank 7 bottles today. I'll need to get a triple decker, 21. And then maybe I'll get a frickin' buzz. I'm sorry. I'm freaking buzzed right now. Hammer, jammer, now. Joanne, I fell on the microphone again. Can you put it somewhere safe from old Hammer Jam? What's that? Joanne wants me to give you the origin story of Hammer Jammer Bammer Whammer. Hammer Jam was a news anchor, Channel 7 News, and I was there at the Olympics, 1986, and I was doing the luge, and I was saying, shoot, Hammer Jammer Bammer. I thought it was a good time to put some Jameson on the luge, and I got to the bottom of it and just catch all the Jameson in my mouth, which I was successful in. but they found me passed out at the freaking finish line. Hammer Jammer, they're like, Hammer, down to you at the finish line. I'm like, I am the finish line. Hammer Jam was the finish line in 86. Go look at the freaking film. I got fired that night. Hammer Jam, we need to see you. Sorry, I'm freaking blacked out. See you tomorrow at 8 p.m. I showed up at 8 p.m. at Don Rickles' office. Not the one you think, not the one who makes fun of people and calls them names. Different Don Rickles. And Don says, you know, Hammer Jammer, you're not the Bammer Whammer. You're not dropping the hammer on the fake news anymore. We're going to have to fire you. Got to let you go. I said, what did you do? What did I do wrong? They said, you drink freaking Jameson from the bottom of the luge. It's not an ice luge where you do it at a party and you put your mouth at the bottom and you got the alcohol. You're not doing that at the Olympics. Hammer Jammer Bammer. My freaking mustache, Joanne!
How's Aiden?
Joanne, I think I swallowed a whisker. I gotta go to sleep, hammer time. Joanne, think about when you put on the mustache without having to go behind and pretending you're Hammer, is you could freaking pull it off mid-bit. Just be like, I'm done. I was only doing a couple minutes of Hammer Jammer for you. Deal with it. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you're in it, and then you're just like, you got enough of the Hammer Jammer. Like, sometimes, you know, I don't need to do the pass out. Like, usually I pass out as Hammer. Speaking German as Hammer is like a big thing, you know. If I say English, out of Hammer, my bad. But guys, we're at an hour and 6 minutes. I broke past the hour. I'm sorry about that. But do remember, as I try to regurgitate the whiskers from that mustache. My mustache. The whiskers from my mustache. Some of them are in my throat. When you're doing Hammer Jammer, you have to constantly swallow in order to keep the saliva movement going from all of the Jameson that I'm intaking in the moment. You can't see, you know, but I'm doing it from under intravenously. Jameson, you know, just for the scene, you get, you know, method acting when you're doing it, you know. Sweetie Marie, you rock. Oh, Sweetie Marie asked for a request here. Rick Roberts, my brother. So good to see you. Happy 4th. This was a little request from Sweetie Marie guys over here on TikTok. If you've not followed me on TikTok, we're going to go back over to the main screen. Right here in the corner, you see that little scan me button? That brings you to every link, to my Spotify, to my iTunes, to my movies, to everything. It's all there. My website where you can buy signed CDs. It's all right there, right on that link tree. And that's the easiest way to catch up. But anyway, this is what we got from Sweetie Marie. She said, hey, it's 4th of July, mofo. That's exactly what she said. You know what you said, Sweetie Marie. So 4th of July, mofo. Can't you do a mofo Donald Trump impression for the love of mofo? I don't know. 4th of July, can I give a speech of all speeches? From the Mount, you know what I mean? Like standing up there for Independence Day style, you know what I mean? The aliens are on the, you know, they're coming in. They're coming in strong, you know? I see the lights swirling, you know, and we're waiting for Bill Pullman. No, freak Bill Pullman. He's done. We don't need a Bill Pullman. We got Donald J. Trump. Donald J. Trump. You know what I mean? He shows up standing at top, stupid freaking red tie all the way down to the freaking limo. It's hanging down. It's doing one of these back and forth where they're like, that dude's got a thing. You know what I mean? Like, how's anybody dealing with that? You know, and he's like, that freaking tie. Back and forth, you know?
My fellow Americans, it's 4th of July. We're winning big league as always. Sleeps over Joe. Pooped his triple diaper 2 minutes ago. He's now napping. Yep, sleepy poo. Sleepy, sleepy poo. Sleeps over Joe. Wake up, you pillowhead. I'm here with Melania. We're winning big league down at Mar-a-Lago. Got it, you know, doing it, really. And we had some fireworks. Yeah, Barron, he was up there in the trees. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He's as tall as a tree, 7'9". He's catching up to Wade Doppler, tallest man alive. Winning big league. Yeah, no, I'll be the president again, 2024. I'm thinking about getting, you know, I'm going to go down to Florida. Say, look, I'm here with you. We do it together. A little 1-2 punch, you know. I'm the jumper. You're there by number 2, and then we take them down, you know. I'm wondering what you guys think about this. This is something I'm curious about. What happens in the 2024? Do we have the DJT running again? Or do we consider the idea of a DeSant, you know, being the man at the freaking helm? I'm personally thinking this is what I'm saying, okay? I love the comic relief concept of being able to have Trumper in for 4 more and for me to be able to do face swaps of him every single day. Oh my goodness, we might have to do Biden too. Look, my Aunt Judy told me I pooped my triple diaper. Oh, no, that was Donald J. Trump. Hold on a second, let me give my Aunt Judy a call. What? Oh, Aunt Judy. No, it's, did I call you or did you call me? No, it's, look, I'm here at the Oval Office, right? And I pooped my triple diaper. What do I do? Oh, yeah. Now, Jill doesn't want to even talk to me right now with the poop in the triple diaper. John, look, Aunt Judy, can you come and help me out? Come on, man. I'm here at the Oval. I'm the President of the United States. Oh, Aunt Judy, did I call you or did you call me? Right? Sometimes when you're there and Joe Biden can't, you know, figure out who he is. I don't know if it's really truly what's going on with him, but I do know he poops his triple diaper. That I'm certain of. I'm certain he has a freaking brand sponsorship going with Huggies. They just want to get the clearance so they can put him on the side with his, you know, just wearing the diaper, the quadruple. Joanne, he's on a quadruple diaper? Joanne says he's wearing a quadruple diaper now because he keeps soiling the triple diaper. I had no idea. Kamala Chameleon? Yeah. Well, when you got a Kamala Chameleon situation, she could turn into anything. You know, like... What are you cackling about? The fact that you pulled the wool over everybody's eyes? Prostitute. What did I say? She's maybe now. But she was at one point a prosy. And you know what? She's done a lot for women, though. I'm not saying anything about color or about race, and that's what they want to talk about. She's done more for women than about race or color, okay? Oh, she got an Indian ticket. Now she's not Indian anymore. What's going on over here now? Just whatever they got to do in order to create the most media attention in order to make it seem like that's the right thing to do. What's the freaking right thing to do? Go with the right person, the person who's going to get the job done. You know, listen, I'm all for making sure everybody across the board is being treated fairly. But when it comes to the leaders of this world, the people who are going to be running this country, I'm not going to say, well, we're going to pick this person because they're a specific color, race, creed. I don't freaking give a crap. Who's got the best credentials to do the job? And if you're not thinking that way, you will be in the ground. China's coming with a freaking bulldozer. 2022. We are the society of I don't know what the F. I think we're currently at 34 genders. What the? I knew a lot of people that were confused when I was growing up. I was confused. Wasn't everybody confused? Not know what the hell is going on? I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm a boy growing up into being a man. Or am I? Maybe I feel like, I don't know what I feel like. But the point is, it was my journey. It was my opportunity to discover self and figure out what I like, what I don't like, who I want to be. And this is what I think we have to go back to, is allowing people to discover self. Shut off the freaking tech when it comes to the kids. Like we have to, but we're doing our best with this, but shutting it down so they focus on the world around us. I got a quote I wrote a long time ago is, you know, something about, you're focused on 5.6 inch screen when you got this 360 degrees of beauty around you. And it's just like, that's the world we live in. And I'm one of the culprits. Like there's a world of amazing stuff going on right around me. And I'm like in my phone, making sure that the piece of content that's going to be premiering at 8 PM is all set. And that I send a final thing saying, hey, it's about to go live, you know? And like, for what? For what? Is anybody, I can guarantee you it didn't get me any more views doing that.
And let me just see real quick. I'm going to check because The World Gone Crazy we just listened to. You guys heard the song. How many views should that have?
Introducing Flex Power Tools.
It says 21 likes. It doesn't tell me how many views. Hold on. Give me a second. 45 total views. 45 total views. 21 likes. Thank you, YouTube. And 45 views. And you heard the song. It's a fire tune. Do something about that maybe, guys, and see if you can share it. And this is what I'm talking about. What the F and S, you know? When it comes to Get to Know America, this is what I was talking about where I dropped. We still have 86 subscribers. So it's not like we have a ton of subscribers over there. And there is 57 views on today's Get to Know America. 57 views so far, okay? And as I just told you, my channel with 10,400 subscribers dropped an amazing new song you just heard called The World's Gone Crazy. And YouTube has graced me with, what was it, 34? 45, sorry, 45 views. Oh, man. It's just a funny world we live in, you know? But this is why I don't know what else to say to you except for share, you know? And I think it's because of the stuff I say, clearly. Think about what I just said about 5 minutes ago. Imagine, remember when Joe Rogan was being canceled because he said something like about a bugaboo or whatever? Like, I was like, man, if this is why they don't want the world to hear one of my rants, because it's like Joe Rogan's tame compared to the stuff that I get onto. It's like, I get it. But like, imagine if we had a fair amount of people actually joining us and that go out and become, warriors of light and go out and make some change. That's what they fear most. And that's why they're like just waiting for the day that I say, okay, I've had enough and I can't do it any longer, And I'm at a point now where I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is I'll freaking start over. I'll start over from scratch, 0 subs. I did that on Get to Know America. I'm doing that with Mr. Live Creation. Start with 0 subs and build back to over 10,000 plus. Because I know they're not going to share it with the 10,000, but I'm seeing they do share people's content. They share Get to Know America's content because it doesn't say Mark Pires. I'm Shadow Band. I'm me personally. I'm the issue. I got to create a pseudonym, and that's why Mr. Live Creation was, came into existence. That's because I think to myself, like, I can't go as me clearly. I did something as the Trumper. Are you kidding? Doing the face swaps of Trumper, 36 episodes. And then for a full year, every single day, I had him calling me on the show. I was like, this is so crazy. I have Donald Trump calling me every single day. Oh, hey, Mark, I'm here at the Oval. Yeah, no, I'm just getting down with Melania. Look, could you play her a song tonight? I had stuff like that going on. And it's Trumper in the corner. I'm like, oh, hey, Donald, how's it going? Yeah, no, I'm just here, just doing it, having a good time. Yeah, Saturday music night, and he'd be like, oh, no, that sounds good, Mark. And I'd just be reacting with Trumper. And you go back, guys, last year, just 2 years ago, I guess 2019, push any day and you'll see the face swap of that day I created with Trumper calling me or Trump and Biden doing something. Every day of the year I had a face swap. You know how hard that was to do every day? I was live every day, had a piece of creative content for you every day, and released 13 albums in a row, 169 songs and 5 feature films. And nobody is like, gives a freaking crap. I hear people make a big deal out of somebody doing the stuff I do on a daily. Like, oh, did you hear that? The Beatles did something. Like, I freaking do that on a daily. Yeah, they wrote it. They played one thing once. They played a song through once, and that's the... Like, I have 183 songs where I don't even know the song. I don't know the words. I don't know the lyrics. I don't know the music I played right now. I have no idea what I played for any of those songs because I wrote them in the moment. There was no script. There was no song. I created it live, and now it's on freaking iTunes. And it's some pretty crazy stuff. And it all happens in the moment. And so when I hear how some band did that, I'm like, I'm just not that impressed anymore. And I know that sounds stupid because it's the Beatles, but I'm just not that impressed when I hear it because I do it every night. And I'm not that I'm saying I'm better than anybody. I don't. I'm just not that impressed because that's what I was born to do. Some of us are born to do things. I'm born to write songs in the moment, to create comedy, just live in the moment. And so when I hear that someone did that, I'm like, awesome. I'm glad they experienced that. That's how I feel about it. I'm not like, wow. I'm more like, we all should be doing that. We all should be living in the moment and creating, because that's the only thing that exists. We are creators. We are creators. And when they keep us distracted so we can't be free of mind and spirit, then we can't be the creator we're meant to be. For me, it's like I wish I could figure out this like fine line where I'm just killing it in real estate, making so many different transactions so I could just do this for you guys. But the reality is I can't do this the way I do it at the level I do it. I just can't do it because I have to do this level of this just on real estate, and that's it. And then like I do a little bit here. If there's a way that this turns into something where I'm able to support my family, then that's a different story. But that's never been an option for my show, for me, for anything I create. And I'm not, this is an interesting thing. I'm not expecting anything to change, but I have to change. I have to change. I can't keep thinking that the world will come to its senses and say, yeah, maybe I like this. And I can't keep thinking that whatever I created that day is so good when 35 people see it. Maybe 35 people see it because that's all it's worth. Maybe it's supposed to not be seen for some other unknown reason. Maybe this is supposed to be a scenario where I do this crazy freaking thing, and one day, long after I'm gone, people talk about some guy who was so freaking nuts that he went live every day forever and created content forever that was pretty freaking good, and no one knew about it, but he just didn't give up. And what a great story of somebody. I wish I could have met that guy. It would have been cool to hear a little bit more, to understand about that mindset. But nobody gives an F. It's just like you figure if I knew anybody went live 1,300 days in a row, I'd be like, I want to do a little story about that. Like a guy going live for 3+ years. That'd be a pretty cool story. How many people write blogs? How many people out there are news reporters? Can't get anybody to put the coverage on this show so people recognize the fact that there's a live broadcast, live creation every day. That's what I have to figure out. But like I said, my big issue is this. And someone asked me the other day, well, why don't you call this person? Why don't you guys, nobody wants to hear from the guy. Nobody wants to hear from the guy. I'm here to be a creator. I can't get on the phone and start saying, hey guys, listen to what I did today. They're like, I don't give a freaking crap what you say about you. Nobody gives a crap. It needs to be somebody else calling on your behalf and saying, have you guys heard about this thing? Oh, you haven't? Let me tell you about it. I can't do that about me. It just doesn't work. And so basically, it's like a catch-22 scenario where when you are doing something all alone and Joanne doesn't freaking lift a finger, you don't have manager, you don't have editor, you don't have contacts, you don't have producers, you don't have directors, you don't have someone you could reach out to just say, hey, what did you throw something off of here? Like, what do you think of this new series where every week I go into a new town and meet the people and pull out 300-400 years of history for the world to see, And it sounds easy to be like, oh, well, just call this person. But like I said, I've been here for 3+ years. I don't know how to break a wall that's so freaking thick that I can't jump over it. I can't get through it. I can't get under it. And it's like, I guess because there's always something new being created, I'm like, what do I share? Like, I want to share this, but then tomorrow I got something new. I'm like, what the freak do I share? It's so weird. There's just so much variety here. Do I share a song? Do I share comedy? Do I share a rant? It's like, who the hell knows? That's the problem, I guess. Maybe that's the reason is it's like so much, not only so much of showing up, but then just so much variety. It's like, and that's what I love. That's what I love. But I have to realize it's not about what I love in this world. It's about what people love. And if people don't love the idea that every day they're going to show up and they don't know what the hell they're going to get, but that's the pull, then I got to change. I got to do something different. Maybe I just rant. And maybe just do like a one night a week music, you know what I mean? Or maybe, I don't know. It's weird. This show used to be just rants. And then it went to rants and music. Then it was rants, music, and then finally the comedy came in. But that was after about 400 days. And, I've tried a few different things along the way. I mean, I don't know. I always thought to myself, Joe Rogan does 3 hours shows and millions of people listen to those. And so I did 3 hours every day for like 3 years. And then I was like, that's not working. 1,200 days were like, I can't do this anymore. I can't go live for 2 hours every day. When clearly that's not working, So then we went to 30-minute mark, which is kind of a cool concept. 30 minutes every day. We'd come out here and just do a quick show, one news story, one song, you know what I mean? And I think what happens on the weekends is it gets a little out of hand. Like even like where I am right now, an hour and 25 minutes into something that was supposed to be less than 30 minutes. But what I want to say is that if the streak ever comes to an end, which I don't know. I mean, honestly, it's like there's something to me that's like it either clicks soon or it's like I just fold and just do Get to Know America. You know what I mean? Like, and the streak just becomes nothing. And like it's been nothing to point. You know what I mean? Like for some reason I was like that would be like something to create some sort of inspiration and hope for people that like even when you can't get through to people, this guy keeps showing up. But it's like the people out there that can make noise about that and actually create enough of an interest to get eyes on the show have never been able to either be, I guess, contacted or don't give a freaking crap about what I'm doing. So it's like, what the hell is the streak? I even tried to reach out to Guinness and they were like, we don't know how to register this. And I was like, what the fuck? What's that? You don't know how to register this? Oh, well, you go live at 10 o'clock some days and you don't end until 3 a.m. the next day. Well, so I was live for 2 days. What are we talking about here? I started on December 31st, 2018. I've been live every day since. That's easy to track. And they refuse to, I don't know, maybe I'm not titling it properly or whatever, but it's like, I don't know if the streak means anything, guys. I really don't. In fact, I maybe think it just makes me look like a stupid idiot that I keep showing up, the definition of insanity type of stuff. But you know what? I love what I do to the point where it's like, even if 0 people are here, I'm creating something for mankind that, I don't know. That's the thing. I always tried to justify it with like that. Oh, well, maybe some future generation. I think there are no future generations beyond mine, beyond what's going on with my children. I'm afraid. I don't think I was born into this timeline. So there will be many, many more beyond. I think I'm here in the final timeline. And so if I can't get through, it's over. And maybe that's why this one soul keeps freaking showing up, is because I know what the inevitability of this is if I don't get through to you, if I don't get through to the world. And so, yeah, I get these moments where I'm like freaking so disappointed with the coverage that, or the treatment that this show gets from the social media platforms. But then I started realizing that I can't look back and be like, I quit and look what happened now. Like, it's a freaking pit of despair and there's no turning back. And I could have at least tried one more day and I didn't. So all I know is that the 15 and, 5 people here that are kicking it over at TikTok, if you guys are connecting with me and that is something that gives you solace and gives you some sort of, I don't know if it's comfort. Tonight's a weird night. I'm just kind of ranting about more frustration. Day of Freedom. The amount of freedom songs I've written. Freedom Convoy. I'm the writer of Freedom Convoy. It's on iTunes. It's a Justin Trudeau rap. He raps about the bugaboo and I call it the bugaboo. Kyle Rittenhouse, Kyle Written Out. That's on iTunes. That's a pretty cool tune. When you go for the gun, you get the gun. That was written live in the moment. This is the thing, like, whenever I get disappointed and I know, like, I think to myself, well, maybe it's X, maybe it's Y. I think about any of the songs that have been created here live in the moment. And I say to myself, I'm in the Truman Show. And that's it. Like, It's not even a question anymore. Two realities. Either Truman Show or there are literally, let's call it, an unlimited amount of dimensions, and I just happen to be in the one where I'm the guy creating all of the content for the success of somebody else in a different dimension. Because I could take any of the songs and they're like, just give it to somebody like Ed Sheeran or whatever, and it would be a freaking knockout tomorrow. Like millions and billions they'd be making on any of these songs, but nobody. Crazy. It's like the world's gone crazy. It's like the world's gone crazy. Crazy. The world's gone freaking crazy. When I first started to play guitar, actually before that I started listening to real music for the first time. The first 18 years of my life, I didn't listen to real music. I listened to hip hop. My cousin was a rap promoter. And, oh, thank you so much. Yes, thank you, sweetie Marie. Thank you for giving me clarity on that. She said, your talent isn't in vain. You're making a difference. Isn't that what you're aiming for? I am aiming for that, absolutely. But I can't create at this level without making an income for this. That's the reality. And it's not even anything about doing it for the difference, because I can make a difference and just show up for 10 minutes every day and drop a piece of content. But doing what I do here after 3+ years, that's the real problem here. I have 3 kids. I have a wife. I got a mortgage. I got, we all have crazy bills. I can't perform at this level and make a difference when I can make the same difference with a 5-minute live on a daily basis. That's the reality. Is like I'm performing here like I get paid. I've been doing that for 3 years. What I do here every day is like I get paid. Like I'm getting a paycheck. I get all this money coming in, sponsorships. Nobody knows I exist, like on the grand scale. Like this family member, the 15 people that are here, and the 5, those, you guys are amazing. But there's no way to have a sponsor that can support what I'm doing here to the point where I'm like, okay, look, I could focus on this and keep doing it at this level. I have to show up every day, but it's got to be at a level that I can actually, I guess, accomplish. I can't accomplish this much and not get paid anything for all the crazy work that's going on. Like, it's nuts to me. Like, I start standing back for a second. I think about how many people are making money for stuff that's, I'm not just going at them, but not even good. And they're making a very good living. And I think we create good content here. And I've never in 3+ years been able to figure out how to make any money for this show. And then it's like, I got 3 kids and a wife. And I'm not like I'm 20 years old. If I was, then you'd be like, yeah, buddy, go into the night, 20 years old. I'm not 20. So if it's something that the world doesn't catch on, and again, it's not that the world doesn't catch on. They've never freaking had a chance to see it. And that's the issue, is you think after 3+ years, YouTube will share your stuff, and they don't. They keep it from people, even my subscribers. That's why I have to literally abandon the Renaissance Man platform and get you guys to just start showing up every day at Get to Know America, and I start going live there. Because I'm getting more views for my content over there. That means that they will share, they will actually push my show out over there. So if I go live over there as Get to Know America, maybe that was the weird thing. I met this psychic once, and she said, X and Y and Z are going to come together for you, but it's going to be when you're not when you're young. It's going to be when you're, around now. She said, but it's going to be bittersweet. It's not going to be for the thing you think it is. And I always thought it would be for my songs, for me, for being me. And it's clear I'm in a freaking hole. And so maybe Get to Know America, some pseudonym, this like show about, the patriotism that I put out here on a daily basis anyway for the last 5 years, but comes through as this, alter ego type of thing. Maybe that's what this is. you know, and it's like, oh, great, we could go see Get to Know America, the live show on a daily. I don't know, but I'll tell you what, it's this show here. The only reason that we have these people is because these 13, 14, 15 people, these people know I'm here every night at 10:30. So they show up. They specifically seek it. The other people, they subscribed at one point, and they don't even realize it. They never get any notifications. YouTube is sending notifications and sending new people to Get to Know America. But after 3+ years, every day, creation every day, 2,300 pieces of content, we get 30 views, 40 views for pieces of content and Get to Know on the Renaissance Man show. So we know where we're dealing with. And I stopped. Here was something cool. I didn't drop a piece of content for 2 weeks there because I was like, let me see. Maybe they'll leave me alone if I don't put something out for a little while. And we put out World's Gone Crazy episode 1, which was the thing with the Maskaroo. 90 views, which is not terrible considering I usually have 45 and 26, you know. 90 views is pretty good, but this is a crazy funny series, like where I'm going around videotaping idiots out in the street and walking around with no one around them, all by themselves with masks on. And look, like I said, you wear them, that's fine. I have no problem with you wearing them, but when there's nobody else around, I got to question your sanity at that point. And, you know, I do find it interesting all of a sudden all the backlash I'm getting from randoms on TikTok where they're like, oh, well, maybe they have an allergy that they have an allergy. Nobody had a mask on prior to the pandemic. Nobody. I never saw anybody in the United States of America with a mask on unless they were dealing with, like, you know, dust and you wanted to put a mask on, you know what I mean? Or you're a doctor and you're wearing a mask. We as people did not wear masks when we had the cold or the flu or anything like that prior. Now everybody's like, oh, they have an allergy. Maybe that's why. No, maybe they're just stupid and they're wearing a dumb mask because they think that they need to protect themselves from God's air. Oh, God's air. Maybe it has cove. I'll tell you what is the best. If you can get away from the chemtrails and you can get like clean air, you know, Perrier, if you do that, like Mel Brooks style from Spaceballs. Perrier, Spaceballs. The flame launcher. What is it? Joanne, what is it called again? The fire, whatever. Flamethrower. That's what it is. The flamethrower. Joanne. She didn't give me the lead quick enough on that one. But when you're doing a Mel Brooks with Perrier, throwing the can away, does a good, you know, that was a good can of air. Because you don't want the chemtrail air. That one's not good for you, you know. So I get it. You want to wear masks because you just saw a chemtrail above? Like, then that's a whole new show. Look, guys, look at all the chemtrail masks, people wearing them, you know. I'm proud of you for wearing a mask after a chemtrail. But, like, I want you to have a little, you know, this little side note here. We're just going to tag this one as chemtrailed, you know. So while you're watching it, you're not like, look at this moron wearing a stupid mask with no one else around in the middle of a field, you know, doing calisthenics. Oh, it's because there's, you know, there's a crop dusting plane going over with chemtrail in it, you know. I get it. Guys, sometimes when you're in the middle of it. Oh, let me see. You had some other comments here. Oh, Friends, how are you, my friend? Oh, that's a good point. Interesting. Sweetie, I appreciate that. No, I agree with you. I don't want, you know, I wouldn't want it to be something like that where, like, I don't have my anonymity anymore. Like, I do like being able to live in a world where I'm me and nobody really knows it. But I'm just trying to figure out how to make a decent living at this, so I'm not just the guy who keeps showing up and isn't making any money. That's just like, you can't do that. You know, I gotta make something. I have to figure out how to get sponsors. I have to do, like, I thought to myself, shouldn't I be able to find a couple things? Like, I'm doing a show called Get to Know America where I'm walking around these towns and meeting people. Don't you think that there's some, like, clothing companies that would be like, you know what, I'd love to be a sponsor on a show like that, and I'll supply the clothing, you know, and you just put a brand at the end of each show that says, you know, whatever, Cliff's, you know, fine clothiers, whatever, of Clifton, New Jersey. and like that's there with the phone number, and you have a huge thing at the end, and you supply just one outfit a week or whatever. But something just because I'm wearing the same freaking clothes each week. I was realizing this. I'm like, I'm doing the same episode. Like every week I'm wearing the same stuff because I kind of recycle. I don't know. I don't have like a huge closet worth of clothes. Like I'm a real estate agent. I wear like I got like a set thing of clothes. Like I don't go out and buy new clothes very often. It's like, I don't know. I think about it. I'm a pretty straightforward guy. Like I show up here every day. I put on a show. I write songs, create comedy. And like, I guess I was thinking about it. I'm like, I don't have like 50 outfits. I don't. I have like enough for doing, like a couple weeks. Like, and I don't even like most of the stuff I have. I was like, I'm thinking about that. I'm like, I don't even like all that stuff. Most of it, I don't even fit in anymore. I lost like 35 pounds over the last couple of years while I was doing the show. And so I'm like, all these things that are like XXL shirts and stuff, like even this is my 4th of July shirt. It's kind of large on me. But like, so it's like, I think it's funny when you lose weight, you either are like, okay, well, I'm going to fill back into that, or you just deal with the fact that some of your clothes you had when you didn't have that weight on are still there in the closet, and that becomes your go-to. So my go-to is the stuff that when I lost 35 pounds, I'm like, oh, remember when I was on my way up to the 35? Like I had those, 7 to 12 things. They're there still in the closet and never got rid of. That's me now. I'm wearing those 7 to 12. This shirt's 8 years old. No, just kidding. Maybe, I don't know. It's pretty old, but it's funny to me. I actually think for about 3 or 4 years I owned this and never wore it. I don't know why. I just like, cause it had these stars and stripes. I don't know. I didn't wear it on 4th of July or anything. And then there was a point where I only wore it on 4th of July. This is now like, I only wear it once a year. And so that's why it's basically like brand new, but it's like 8 years old. It's been worn 8 times. That's freaking awesome. Oh man, I'm having a ball. So bottom line is this, guys, at the end of the day, oh, I see. You're awesome. I don't know if I can hang on to 2024. I hope I can hang on to 2024. I think the other thing I have to start focusing on is forget about the success of this show. I need to get the family members of this show to think of me when they're buying or selling real estate, or when anybody they hear of wants to buy or sell real estate. And when you do, you say, oh my goodness, I got a guy who goes live every day who has a show about referring people. So basically, and this is what I think I have to have a whole nother show about referrals. That's it. I'm not doing cold calls with you guys, taking calls and like, look, where are you? You're in Albuquerque. I'll find you an agent there with Berkshire Hathaway. It costs you nothing. Let me make the phone call right now. I'll get the manager on the phone. Let's get this process going. We'll do it all live on the show called, American Realtor. That's my other concept for American Renovation, or American Get to Know America, is to do this thing, American Realtor. I did an episode. I filmed a bunch of stuff last week. I haven't edited yet, but I should go and look at it, see if there's anything decent there. It's more just me like talking in the car while driving. And I was like, this may be crap or it may be really cool. I don't know. But American Realtor could be a concept where I'm going live and making phone calls, live, cold calls, or taking calls with you guys and hopefully connecting you with somebody on the other line, whether it's a new realtor or in a perfect world, you're in New York or you're in Connecticut, and I'd love to work with you personally. And I will. If you're anywhere in New York, I'd probably drive out to you. I really do love selling real estate. I love working with my clients. That's why I've been doing this for 13, 14 years, is I do love selling real estate. That's why my motto is to affect a positive change one person at a time. But I need real estate clients too. Like that's the thing. Like I don't mind doing this till 2024. What I think I need to do is make sure I get all the conservative buyers and sellers out there to use me, to think about me, because I'm definitely not getting the business of the people. Guys, I'm in a blue state. Okay. And I think I'm far enough in the show that no one there is going to be listening to this, but I'm in a blue state and they don't like what I say. They want me to be the guy who goes along and stays in line and gets in the box. And so all those people who have properties to buy and sell aren't using me, and I'm here needing to sell real estate to support my family because I don't make any money for being controversial here. It's like, it's this double-edged sword, and double-edged is here. It's a double-edged sword because I'm here being so open and honest with you and truthful that it's destroying some of my business. And that's not good, because if I can't make money for this and it's destroying some of my business, then things have to change, and that's what I'm really nervous about, is if I can't figure out that connection where the conservative buyers and sellers say, well, when I sell my house, I'm going to reach out to Mark Pires from the Renaissance Man show and see if he can connect me with somebody, because I like what he says, and he's getting a freaking crap roll from the people out there, especially in the state he lives. And I like what he says, getting back to that. Like, can't we get back to this? Like, look, okay, I appreciate what you're saying. I need real estate assistance, and I know that's how you make a living. Help me out. That's it. It's very simple. And I'm going to get on the phone with you and then with the manager. We'll do it all live. I think that'll be really cool. Maybe we'll have like Zoom calls and like doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Like, again, I'll try anything in order to connect us, but I also have to figure out that connection so I can get new business for real estate then, so I can continue to sit here and do my show to 6 people, to 4 people, to 15 people. I don't mind doing that for the rest of my life. Just need to figure out how to connect with all the conservative buyers and sellers. And that's what I need to, hopefully, to get for you guys, to consider thinking about me whenever you hear of anything with real estate. And just shoot me a message at gettoknowamerica@gmail.com. I mean, seriously, I would print out CDs galore to give out to people, because Sweetie Marie said, like, she got to get my songs to conservatives. I know. That's the thing. So right now, all the stuff that's been created, the music that people will appreciate, it's there. It's just like, how do you get them to it? And you're right. Like, it really would just take someone, like, just for example, DJ T Jr. If DJ T Jr. was just to retweet one of my posts with an impression of his dad, or the song Freedom Convoy, or, anything, Birds of a Feather, The World's Gone Crazy, any of these songs, that would bring all of the conservative eyes on this show. It's funny, is like, my show's a Patriot show, and I can't get the Patriots to find my show. But I'm pretty sure every single Patriot out there would love this show. I just don't know how to reach them. And they're out there like freaking crazy. They are out there like crazy. If I had the Patriots listening to stuff like Mandate This and Masked Up and all the crazy stuff that came out last year, we'd have a lot of people here with us every day. And that's the one thing. A couple weeks back, somebody said something. They were like, you're reaching the wrong audience. You're not reaching the people that, your content is meant to reach. I'm like, okay, so how the freak do I do that? How do I reach the people that are meant to hear this content, which are the positive and freedom-loving people of this world? And I know it's always grassroots. Oh, you got to throw money at. I can't get back to that situation. If I can't make money at this, then I got to make a ton of money at real estate so I can support my family and then throw money at this for making no money at this. So it's a really weird double-edged sword. And I'm not the type of person to ask, so I just do what I do. I show up every day, and I believe that I really believe now that, and this is something I never said in my life because I'm an optimist, but I believe that the world's not meant to work out in your favor. And I always thought, I had this weird thing where I was like, oh, everything will work out. I don't think so. I don't think it's like that. I don't think things are supposed to, in fact, I feel like it's meant to be challenge after challenge your entire life. And after all this time and seeing the world that I've been living in and everybody else, I feel like even when people have it easy, there's challenges. And I see a lot of people that seem like they should have it easy that are dealing with challenges. And so I start to think to myself, maybe this is it. Maybe this is the existence's challenges. That's it. And comfort within those challenges is what you're aiming for, is to try to have enough of the creature comforts to get through. And that includes being able to, get, everything you want in life out of life. Like, go out and do things you want to do and go on lavish vacations, and everything that you'd hope for in life needs to be possible. And that's where you have to figure out, where do you put your attention? Where do you spend your time and your money? And that's where most people don't understand it. When you have 3 kids, you have to think differently, And that's why I'm at a point here at 1,281 days in a row where it's like, maybe it's about
almost like the Get to Know America thing where it's like, oh, it's a once a week thing or something, because, you know, this idea of daily, like, I think daily, like, has to be something that's more focused, and like it has been, that 30-minute thing or 10 minutes and just like a couple points and get out, because no one has the time. This hour and 49 minutes, no one's going to watch all an hour and 44 or 49 minutes of this, because no one has the time. There's only 24 hours in a day, and they're not going to sit here and watch the whole thing. Maybe one day they will, but I don't imagine right now anybody's going to sit here from the beginning and watch all the way to the end. And sometimes the show is so good they should. I don't know if, again, this to me is a little bit of wallowing tonight. I'm not trying, but I can't stand that. I really actually want to try to say something where, like, I'm gonna actually put this out there right now. I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna be the finality of it. I'm never gonna complain again about my shadow ban. I'm never gonna complain again about the amount of views I get from my content. I'm going to just show up. I'm going to have fun. And even though it's going to chip away at my freaking soul, I'm not going to say a word. Because nobody wants to hear it. And I'm just going to show up and I'm going to have fun. And when I look and I see 23 views on a beautiful song like Break Free from the Noise, I'll just chuckle to myself. And I'll say, whatever. Those 23 people must have liked it. Because nobody wants to hear it. I don't even want to hear it. It just sucks. So I talk about it sometimes, but I want to leave it out and never talk about it again. So tonight, on day 1281 in a row, on officially now we're into, July 5th, but July 4th, it's the last time I talk about it or complain about it. And I'll just let you guys ask or question. Just be like, and you could question, you could say, look, maybe it's because it's just not that good. Whatever, I'll just let you think it, and I'm not going to even think about it anymore. I think that's just better for all parties involved, is to just freaking leave it out. Have a good time. Write some songs, laugh a little, and we say goodnight. You know what I mean? So, to officially start that trend where all we do is have a good time here from here on out without any complaints about the crappy world. Well, that's not true. I'm going to complain about the crappy world a lot. I'm just not going to complain about how the crappy world treats this show. Okay, I'm going to let that just be whatever it is. Okay, and when I put out a piece of content, I'll leave little hints. It's going to be on this platform because YouTube is awesome. I'll say like sarcastic stuff now, so you guys know that what I'm saying, but without saying it. You got to go away. Oh, fam, friends. So for the final time that we ever complain about shadow banning, right? You got to go away. You got to go away. Oh, goodness. Tomorrow we do it all over again for day 1282 in a row. And I hope that you guys will join me for another fantastic time. Oh, goodness. I can complain at my comedy through my comedy. That's true. I could do that. We could do some sort of sarcastic type of JP Spears. Was that his name? JP? You know what I'm talking about. Sears. JP Sears type of thing. We kind of do a lot of stuff like that anyway, but maybe I should take my shirt off and get like a red wig and really do that. You know what I mean? Like sell it. You're going to sell it? You better freaking put the red wig on. Buff up. Jacked. You know what I mean? He's got sponsors. Also a couple million followers over there. But look, I'm saying he's down it, It's a crazy thing. I think like anybody who started early enough was able to break through to people. When I started December 31st, 2018, and then I was controversial, that's where I got screwed. And I was like, no, Trump will get in. And then like, man, it's so crazy. So guys, remember, tomorrow we do it all over again. Sydney, my brother, double-edged sword, JP just saying, Kathleen Damford, Pamela Swab, Virgos Hike, Eddie Yardbirds, and over here on the Talkaroo, you guys are rocking.
I got Julie Ham, Sweetie Marie, and Denise Carpenter. You guys are amazing. Remember, tomorrow we do it all over again, 10:30 p.m. And I hope to see you here. Until then, it's Mark Pires. And it's Renaissance Man. You got to go away. Till tomorrow, fam.